Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Sheen, your host. This is Money Matters. In this channel, we talk about money, finance, how to grow your money, how to invest your money, how to make money work hard for you. Guys, I just got off a live stream, and I think that video is up now, so you can go check out the live stream. It was pretty cool. It's the first time I did a live stream. My channel just got monetized, so thank each and every one of you that subscribe and watch my videos, watch my content, find value in my content. Thank you very much for pushing me over that line. I think it's over 1,700 subscribers now, so just absolutely amazing. So now I have ability to live stream with you guys. So I'm gonna try to do that more often. It was a lot of fun, answering a lot of questions. I try to get to as many questions as I could. But I think I was there for about 30 minutes, just chatting with you guys. And so thank you guys. I think it got up to like 70 viewers. So that was a lot more than I thought that was going to join. When I logged in, it was like 0, and then there was like 1, and then I looked up and it was like 30 or 40 people in there. So cool, guys. Thank you guys for watching that live stream. So I'm gonna talk today more about Tesla. Obviously the biggest news is they did post a profit on Q4, 100%. I'm not surprised. So they are eligible for S&P 500. So what's going on? What's going on with their stock? So here is their stock chart. So today they closed 5% down today, and so people are wondering, what's going on? I thought they were S&P 500, all this good news, blah, blah, blah. Why is stock going down? This happens all the time, really. Just because a company posts good numbers does not mean that their stock is just going to go up. A lot of people have been getting into this stock. So look at this chart. It's 30 days back. So June 29th, just roughly 30 days ago, the stock was trading at all-time highs of $1,000, right? So a lot of people were getting into this stock. And, big investors, they knew that Tesla was going to post a profit. All the hints, all the clues, all the leaked emails, the big push, the Tesla shorts, all that stuff that the retail investor got wind of. You don't think these big institutional investors know that Tesla's going to post a profit? They knew. So, they were getting in, the short-term gain, the swing traders, all these people were getting in at $800, $900, $1,000, right? So they were just waiting for these numbers to come out. And they were going to wait that long. It was probably a month that they bought the stock, and they were just their goal was to wait until Q2 numbers are out and basically do what they're going to do. Either most of them are going to sell because they're not holding Tesla for the long term, right? They're only swing trading this, momentum trading this, just short term gains. So a lot of these traders, that's their goal, is just to make short term gains, get in, get out. So holding it for 30 days, that's actually pretty long for a swing trader, right? So those people that got in at $800, $900, $1,000, and it got up to $1,500, $1,600, of course they're going to take profits. That's what they do. That's their investment strategy. Is completely different than mine, but everybody has their own strategy, right? Mine is long term. I'm waiting for the 5, 7, 8, 10-year gains, but some people are waiting for this 1 month gain. And people that bought in, they've made $600, $700, $800 per share on each of these Tesla stocks, each of these Tesla shares when they bought in a month ago. So yeah, they're going to take profit, and that's going to cause the stock to go down. And so that's what's happening. People are taking profit. The short-term people are taking profits, and the stock is going down. But I fully believe S&P is going to be, is going to come to Tesla, and they're going to be an S&P 500 company, and the stock is going to go back up again. I'm just 100% confident about that. So I just want to read this comment that one of my watchers. I blacked out his name because I don't want to put him on the spot if he's not okay with it. So I just blocked out his name. But he shared this story on one of my videos. So I'll read this to you. My sad story is, after numerous times I've sold Tesla when I thought it was at a high point, and instead had to rebuy at higher prices instead of lower ones. I've done this over the last 8 months. Only once I timed it right and got it to rebuy Tesla share at lower price. Overall, I lost half of my shares trying to time the market. If it gets into S&P 500, why even attempt to sell after this? It's time to buy more shares on any weakness instead. Also, with Battery Day in September, there's little chance, in my opinion, for a downturn after S&P inclusion. Again, buy Tesla on weakness, hold long-term, 4 years plus depending on your age. After the vaccine early next year, Tesla will be way higher in July 2021. So absolutely agree with this very wise statement from somebody that has tried to swing this, try to swing trade Tesla, momentum trade Tesla. So it's not easy to buy high and sell low continuously over and over again. If you're getting in and out, you have to buy when it's low, then sell it perfectly when it's high. And then rebuy it again when it's at as low again. To do this over and over consistently, I mean, it's not a winning strategy. And people that have tried it, basically like this person, is not successful long term. You could do it probably once or twice and be very successful, but if you're going to keep on doing it, it's unlikely you're going to be able to time it so perfectly. Just that's my thoughts about that. So let's go over some of the biggest points of Tesla's report. I'm not going to go over all the numbers because I think numbers are boring. If all you guys know the numbers, basically, they posted a profit. They had, I think, 100 over just a little over $100 million in GAAP profit. So biggest points here: profitability. So $104 million in GAAP net profit, and a lot of that was due to their ZEV credits. So basically credits that they sold, most likely to Fiat Chrysler. So 4 quarters of sequential profitability. That's what they need for S&P 500 inclusion. Next one, Gigafactory selected. That's going to be Gigafactory Austin, and the range for the Model S was increased to 402 miles. So yeah, S&P 500 knocking on S&P 500's door. So again, I expect this to happen within the next few weeks, and we'll see what happens when S&P funds need to buy a lot of Tesla shares. So the next thing is this range, the 402 mile range on their Model S. This is massive. 402 miles on an EV vehicle. That's no other EV vehicle could get close to that. And this is pushing the limits of even a lot of gas vehicles. So here, check out this. So here's the Tesla Model S, the 2020 Model S long range. So this is the one that's hitting over 400 miles. So there it is, 402 miles. So this is from EPA.gov. So you can go to this website, plug in any vehicle, and it'll break down the miles per gallon and all that stuff. So this is not even from Tesla. This is from EPA.gov. So the Tesla Model S now getting 402 total miles. So compare that to a comparable electric vehicle at the same price point. So the Model S, the long range, sells about roughly $70,000 to $80,000. The next vehicle right here is the Audi e-tron, same price, $77,000 to $88,000. So we're in the same price range there. That thing gets 218 miles total range, like basically half of what the Model S gets. You see, 117 miles per gallon equivalent for the Model S, and 77 miles per gallon equivalent for the Audi e-tron. So it's just not even comparable. Gasoline vehicle, 2020 Honda Accord only gets 400 total miles of range. A gasoline vehicle, 400 miles of range, and it's a Honda Accord, $23,000 to $30,000, 400 miles total. How about a comparable gasoline vehicle in this price range, about $70,000 for the BMW M4. So that gets 300 miles per gallon. 300 miles total. So the Tesla Model S is beating out gasoline vehicles. So if anybody has range anxiety, you're going to get more miles than a Honda Accord, a $30,000 vehicle, $25,000 vehicle, and a BMW M4 at only 300 miles for total mileage. So absolutely amazing what Tesla's doing with their battery technology. So massive gains. Now we're pushing more than gasoline vehicles you could get on one full charge on a Tesla. All right, so I'm going to talk more about their core technology. Basically, what I want to talk about is their full self-driving. So listen to the conference call, what Elon Musk said about full self-driving. I'll play it right now.
And then for full self-driving, we launched traffic lights and stop signs, and we continue to improve that and make it more robust. And we're currently testing full self-driving software for intersections and city streets and narrow streets. So I personally test the latest alpha build of the full self-driving software when I drive my car, and it is really, I think, profoundly better than people realize. Yeah, really profoundly better. It's like amazing. So it's almost getting to the point where I can go from my house to work with no interventions, despite going through construction and widely varying situations. This is why I'm very confident about full self-driving functionality being complete by the end of this year. It's because I'm literally driving it.
All right, so yeah, full self-driving. He is saying it's coming at the end of this year. So he is driving the alpha version. So basically, he has the latest hardware and software for full self-driving, and he is saying that he could essentially get to from home to work, nearly 100% the vehicle is driving itself through construction sites, etc., etc. So full self-driving is coming faster than anybody realizes. And I have some comments of some people saying, "Oh yeah, did you hear about the Tesla that crashed into the truck when it was doing self-driving or whatever?" And I would say, well, first of all, the self-driving that consumers have, you're not it's not full self-driving. You're not supposed to have it drive itself and you just fall asleep. It warns you not to do that because it's not capable of these situations, because it is not the latest full self-driving software. So the code is being updated, and software is being updated, and that software is not available to the consumer. So nobody should be driving full self-driving in a Tesla, and that's why these accidents are happening, is because they're not using their vehicles the way they're supposed to be using it. So the full self-driving, the AI in it grows exponentially. It learns exponentially. So this year, yeah, it might not be able to make this turn. I might not be able to stop for this vehicle, but exponential growth means in the matter of a few months, this thing is getting so much data and so much smarter that it's going to be able to do a lot of things a lot faster than you ever realize. All right, guys, so look at this. So this is comparing the hardware. So the history of Tesla's full self-driving hardware. So Nvidia used to work with Tesla and produce a chip for Tesla. Then Tesla decided to produce their own chip, basically because they didn't think the Nvidia chip was going to be able to do what they needed to do. So I think it was probably sometime last year, Tesla started building their own chip, and so that is the version 3 chip, the hardware that is available now. So this chip is said to be at least, I think it's 3 years ahead of the next chip, which is Nvidia's chip. So I'll read this for you. By bringing chip design in-house, Tesla has leapfrogged the automotive industry by 4 years. Tesla's full self-driving is effectively an Orion class product shipping today rather than in 2023 when Orin appears in commercial vehicles. Tesla should be on its next generation full self-driving computer. So this was released in 2019. So in 2021 is when Nvidia is expected to start producing their Orin chip. That's their next generation self-driving chip, and they're not supposed to be actually shipping that product until 2023. Meanwhile, Tesla is already on the verge of doing full self-driving with their current production of their first self-driving computer. They're expected to release version 2 in 2021. Or be in production of version 2 in 2021. So even with their version 1, they're already capable of doing full self-driving. So that just shows you Tesla is at least a minimum, as far as hardware goes, as far as the computer goes, at least minimum 4 years ahead of Nvidia, which is, in my opinion, number 2 as far as the computer, as far as the chip comes to full self-driving, automated driving. And I'm not bearish on Nvidia at all. I'm super bullish on Nvidia. I made videos probably 20 videos ago about Nvidia. I'm very bullish about Nvidia. Here's my position on Nvidia, in fact. So I'm up 69% on Nvidia. I have a cost basis of $238 on Nvidia. I was buying this in the March lows because after all, Nvidia, I think, is going to be the number 2 player as far as the computer chips for full self-driving. Tesla's going to be number 1. I just have no doubt about it. But who's going to produce all the other chips, all the computers for all the other manufacturers, all the other cars that are going to come after Tesla with full self-driving? They're not going to use Tesla chips. Once Tesla chips get into like a Honda Accord or any other vehicle or a BMW, people are going to start wondering, well, why the hell am I buying a BMW then? I might as well just go buy a Tesla. If I'm going to get a Tesla chip in here, might as well just get the whole Tesla, right? So all these other competition, they're not going to get Tesla chips. they're going to go look for somebody that's not competition. And so Nvidia is that company. So Nvidia makes fantastic graphics. They're number one in the graphics business, and they're probably number one or number two when it comes to chips for AI, for artificial intelligence. So super bullish on Nvidia. I just don't think that they have the capability to beat Tesla currently. So that's my position on Nvidia. All right, so that is the hardware. So that's just hardware. Again, I think Tesla is at least 4 years ahead as far as the hardware, but that's not all that's needed. What you need also is just the raw data. You need the computer to learn your AI to learn how to drive, to learn situations. What is it going to do when this car crosses right in front of you? What is the AI going to do? Is the AI just going to plow ahead, or is the AI smart enough to stop? Or that it can only be done by real world driving experience to train the neural net, to train the AI. So the only way you're going to be able to do that is to have real world miles, and Tesla has the most real world miles. Lex Friedman out of MIT, he tracks this. So you could go to his website. I think it's lexfriedman.com. I'll put a link in the description below. But he tracks, he basically track all the miles that Tesla has for full self-driving. So here's the chart. So currently they have, as of April 2020, they have over 3 billion autopilot miles. They're projected to be over 5 billion in 2021. So what does the competition have? I would argue the next, as far as in the U.S. market, so I don't know about China market because we can't get good information out of China. But as far as the U.S. market, I would say number two is probably Waymo. Google, the Google-backed company. They've been doing this for I think since 2009. So here's a report from Waymo. They have 20 million real-world miles since 2009. So that just shows you how far in my opinion, the number two player in self-driving is. You're not going to be able to do full self-driving if you don't have enough data. So to me, this is endgame. To me, Elon Musk has all 5 Infinity Stones. He has the Infinity Gauntlet, and once he snaps his fingers and turns on full self-driving and he gets regulators' approval, it's going to be endgame. He is going to have a vehicle that's going to be able to self-drive, and how much is that worth? How much is it worth for you to be able to sit in a vehicle, relax, and it is safer that the vehicle drives than if you drove, and then you could relax, watch videos, go to sleep, do whatever, and the vehicle will take you to your destination. How much is Tesla worth when you put that into the mix? Like I said, that is endgame. And so one thing that a lot of people don't talk about, I talked about this in my live chat. And so the people that were in there already know this. But Tesla is going to interrupt a massive industry that nobody talks about. I've never heard anybody talk about this. So if you heard it from me first, leave it in the comment below. I love to read your comments. But Tesla is going to interrupt the airline industry. So the airline industry is a $247 billion industry. So Tesla is going to even interrupt that industry, because why do you even fly? If you're going from whatever LA to San Francisco, New York to LA, whatever, wherever you fly, the reason why you fly is because it's faster. That's the only reason. You don't fly because it's more comfortable. You don't fly because you enjoy being stuck in the airport, going through security. You don't fly because of all that, right? You fly because you want to get there faster, okay? But my question to you is it truly faster if you have to get to the airport like 2 hours early? I don't know what these days, how early you have to get to the airport. Like maybe it's like a busy airport like LAX or JFK or whatever. You probably have to get there like 2 hours early, right? You have to go through security, take your stuff out of your luggage. You have to check your bags, wait around at the gate, get into the gate, be stuck in a tube with hundreds of people. Then when you get to your destination, you have to get your bags, go wait for your bags, and get out of the airport. So when you calculate all that extra time, do you really get there any earlier? I would say probably not in most cases, right? I mean, if you're probably going from coast to coast, it probably is faster. But for majority of flights, like if it's a 4-hour flight, you're probably spending like 7-8 hours if you combine the total of getting to the airport and all that mess. So is it truly faster if you're flying? The only reason you fly is you don't want to drive. So driving is it's stressful, right? If you're driving for 8 hours, 7 hours, it's really stressful. It's very taxing on your eyes, on your shoulders. So that's the only reason why you fly, is because you could just sit there and relax. But now, if the vehicle can just drive itself, then that just changes the whole game. You can be relaxed in your own vehicle instead of stuck in a tube with hundreds of people. You don't have to go through security. You have your luggage in your trunk. So there's no point in buying a $300 $400 plane ticket when you just charge up your Tesla for probably like $7 $8 and drive to your destination full self-driving. So it's going to be massive when this full self-driving when he clicks his finger and it turns on full self-driving. It's going to be massive. It's going to be super disruptive to a lot more industries than people realize. So guys, if you didn't think about the airline industry, just think about the big picture. Don't think about the short-term gains, how many vehicles they're producing this year, how much revenue they're producing this year. That's all small stuff. The big stuff is, what are they going to do in the next 3 to 5 years? How many industries they're going to disrupt in 3 to 5 years? All the vehicles, all the factories that they're building in the next 3 to 5 years. That's the big picture. That's the massive gains. So guys, if you find any value in my video, consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Thank you guys for subscribing. Catch you in the next one. Peace.